Hello everyone and welcome to this blue flame energy reading. And if you have not seen the first part, then I recommend that you watch that first before you move on here. And you can find a link to the first part down below in the description box under this video. So because I have brought in a small introduction in the first part. So this is about paranormal activity. If you have experienced anything that would be just regarded as, unnormal, or that is just not possible, something that is going just beyond what we are supposed to experience in this 3D kind of living that we've got going here on Earth. So for those of you who have experienced stuff like UFOs or maybe fairies or just light beings or archangels, or you have had encounters with passed on loved ones, etc., etc., it can be different from all of us, and you feel that there's a connection between those experiences and the blue flame energy that I'm reading on here, then this is definitely also something that I hope that you can find more inspiration on. And so this is where we are trying to move beyond. We are trying to get into contact with whomever is out there. Now the blue flame for me is an energy from Arcturus, but it can be different from all of us, from person to person. So however the blue flame resonates with you, and no matter whom you feel it is connecting you to, definitely go with that. So make sure that you are grounded, that you are sitting in a comfortable chair, perhaps sitting straight up so that the energy can run through us. And perhaps you want to have a glass of water next to you. And also maybe you want to put out as many electrical devices as possible, because when we're tuning in to getting into contact with other electrical beings, because we are also electrical beings, then that energy will just feel that it's feel more intense. And also if you have any gold jewelries that you can put on, that would be a good idea, or whatever works for you. If you've had any experiences with that, and I definitely think that many of you out there have, because you will definitely know what it means to be a little bit extra sensitive when you feel all electric in your body. So you will definitely have had encounters with electricity and electromagnetic energies moving around you, or perhaps sometimes even through your body. So let's just call in the energy and just take some nice deep breaths and just relax as much as possible. Okay, and so let's see what messages are coming through to us from this blue flame. And the blue flame is talking about, as it says on the card, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So it is time that we now start to align our communication with what is beyond the rainbow, but actually what is in the rainbow, because the rainbow holds all the colors, and that is also light, and light is plasma. And for those of you who are more advanced, also you would begin to resonate with sounds through the through these colors. So let's see if we can just have a card out here. Let's see, from the Starseed deck, let's see what it's got for us. Yeah, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. Again, water energy and a lot of light, and here we have exactly the connection between the water within us and the light, where we can feel that we are being ignited. We have the wisdom within us, and that is being ignited through plasma reaching out for the water in our body. And this is saying that sometimes we just have to rest in the wisdom we have within and not carry on whatever is going on in the world. We are building a new world, I'm getting here, and there is a new inner earth coming forth. I'll do another video on that, because in the future I will be doing blue flame energy messages. Okay, these two first videos are just more to get into contact, and what the blue flame mainly is trying to talk to us about is trying to prepare us for more information to come through. So they're saying here, or the blue flame is saying here, that we cannot carry around the burdens of everyone and everything going on in the world. We just cannot. So in our private lives, sometimes we just have to, you know, put our ears under water and listen to what is going on with the wisdom we hold inside. So instead of being more external, we have to become more internal. The next card that is coming out is also got to do with water. So we have a lot of water coming in here. Water your garden. This is talking about nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Yes, also coming into peace with ourselves and take good care of ourselves when we're coming into contact. And I feel, yes, of course, again, a reference to the water. We need to shower maybe more often, not that we have to take longer baths, but just maybe a little bit more often to cleanse off all the electromagnetic energy, to cleanse that off, so that we are ready to receive something new. And also to drink maybe more water. Perhaps you're already doing this, and then it's just okay. It's just another confirmation that you are ready to receive more information. But also back to the water over here, we can see the rainbow above the ocean here. And here we also have a perfect union of light and water, right? We all know that we can see the most amazing rainbows after we've had some heavy rain, and then the sun is coming out. So a lot of water, not to carry the burdens too much, but to go inwards and listen to the wisdom going on within us, that we have flowing within us. And so I also feel that there's a lot of DNA being opened up here. And make sure that you also get enough rest. It doesn't have to mean that you have to sleep, but to do some kind of meditation, or go for a walk in the nature, or sit and listen to some kind of calming music, or playing an instrument, or singing a song, whatever can make you come into that kind of tenderness resting mode, okay? Because we are physical beings here on earth, and we have got to find ways which can be different for all of us, to make these energies run through us, because it's information coming in, connecting electrically with our DNA, and so we will also experience that through all this tenderness and body care. We have to do this because new DNA is opening up within us. More strings of DNA are being opened up. So let's see how we psychically open up here, how we also can get into contact with the blue flame energy. And we have two cards coming out here. Yeah, the wonder of colors, exactly. A perfect reference to the rainbow, right? So tune into any kind of color. I'm also doing some readings on color healing actually. So maybe you want to watch more of those videos, or if you just want to work with it yourself, then really try to listen to yourself every day when you wake up. If you have a clear feeling of a specific color, then go with that. Look more into that. Maybe you have a crystal in that color, or maybe you just have clothes in that color you want to wear that day, or jewelry that carries those colors. And because there could be more for you there, and then tune into that color and see what it has for you. What kind of information is coming in? What kind of thinking patterns do you have that day? Or what are you experiencing that day? What kind of people do you meet? All kinds of stuff where we can really tune more into deeper information. Okay, so the colors hold a lot of information, and of course they're saying yes, the blue flame is important, but it's carrying all colors with it, just like we're carrying all the colors of the rainbows within us as well through our aura field. It's just a question of getting to know that specifically. Okay, so blue flame energy, it can take you kind of anywhere in the universe or the cosmos, just like I mentioned in the beginning. Whatever it means for you, wherever you feel this energy is coming from, definitely go with that, because you're being activated there. So look out for the colors also. And here we are creating some sacred space. Again, this cleansing message that we have to clear our space, either through taking baths more often or drinking a lot of water. This could mean that smoke is actually also good to cleanse out your space. So maybe you want to do that, but really it can be anything. It can also be cleansing out stuff you don't need anymore, or it could be that particular room where you are dedicating it to the blue flame activation, where you're saying, when I'm in this room, I'm in contact with the blue flame, so whatever I need to put in that room specifically, I will put that there, and what doesn't resonate with that energy, I will just remove that into another room. So really look out for how you are creating your sacred space when you are interacting with the blue flame energy, okay? And also mentally and emotionally, learn how to recognize when the blue flame is calling out for you, because that can also be different from person to person. And so let's turn to the astrology and see if there's anything here that the blue flame would like to underline. And there's a card coming up right away. And let's see if we have any more cards here coming out. Okay, so only one card. It's a planet card, and it's Venus. So this is about love, and as it says on the card, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. So the planets are always showing up in the astrology as us, carrying the specific characteristics of the planets. So here we are showing up with love. So there is only love in this connection, and that's also kind of the environment that we all should really try to be in. So make sure that you are surrounded by nothing but love, inside, outside. So when you do that, you will also be protected when you call in the blue flame energy. So make sure that you are comfortable, because Venus is all about comfortability. It's about our self-worth, self-esteem, and also what we are surrounding ourselves with, that we have a comfortable home, that we don't need anything, that we just feel comfortable with the things we have, and that we are thinking about to do the best we can for ourselves to feel as comfortable as possible. Now Venus is also ruling the second house of the zodiac, where we find the universal energies of the zodiac sign of Taurus. So that's also a rich, fertile energy, a very grounding energy. Venus is pointing to the earth element. So when we are asking for blue flame energy to connect with us, we really need to stay grounded. We need to make ourselves comfortable, and also let ourselves be in this stream of pure love that is coming in for us. can put that over here. Okay, so let's have a Destiny's card to see what this has got to do with our destiny. Where is the blue flame trying to lead us in general when we are trying to get into contact? Okay, we have some cards coming out here. Okay, we have 4 cards coming out. The first card that is coming out is about security. Again, make sure that we are making ourselves a sacred space, that we are, just like the card down here, that we are creating something for ourselves that is sacred, that we are guarding our inner fire. This is our essence, a reference to the light, the sun, and also plasma, and what we really consist of, so that we need to take care of there. We need to feel secure whenever we are calling in the blue flame energy. And also I feel that when we are calling in the blue flame energy, the entire connection we have there with the energy will make us feel secure and always protected from whatever is going on, because many of you are light workers and starseeds, love children, or maybe you have other names that you've been called, indigo children or crystal kids. I think that crystal children are younger people actually right now, but whatever you may call yourself, whatever you feel is resonating within you, definitely go with that. But that energy will always be secure when we are getting into contact with the blue flame energy. The next card that is coming out is blessings. So we will have a lot of blessings coming in when we take down the information from the blue flame energy, okay? We will always feel that we are on the right spot at the right time. And we have embracing. So when we are embracing the light here, we might feel a little bit lonely doing it, because we'll not find that many people are doing it yet. So we are just embraced in all our grace. I think there is something graceful about this bird. So standing there looking again at the water. So we will feel embraced, okay? We will always be welcome to contact the blue flame energy. And there's a lot of cards coming out here, so I feel it as a confirmation that when we are taking up contact with this energy, we are just so welcome, especially with the Venus card also. Yes, enlightenment. We will have information coming down that will be important for everyone on earth to know, that will be important for us as individuals to spread it out there. We can see that the ship has sailed, so there is new stuff coming in, enlightenment, and we are in the age of Aquarius, or we are moving into it right now, and that is about awakening and revolution and higher thinking. It's about enlightenment as well. So there's a lot coming in here of information that will really enlighten us as well, which is why we need to keep our bodies pure and clean and fresh. And the last card coming out, openness. Yes, here we have a full moon, which means that all our shadows are coming into the light. We will find that on a soul level and on an emotional level, which the moon is also referring to, that will come into light as well, kind of spotlight here, I feel. And we will be more open to also speak to the stars and the constellations around it, other galaxies, other universes. There will be some more spotlight on that through, going through our soul and our emotions. So going through our emotions is, yes, of course, is very important. Also, here we have the moon, and that is also a reference to electromagnetic energy. We all know how the moon can affect us, especially on full moons. So there's definitely going on something on here through our soul, where we can get into contact with other constellations now, and that is also just a confirmation on that, yes, the blue flame energy is coming out from someplace in cosmos, and now we can start to tune into that and get into direct contact with that. And I also get the sense of that when we are opening up to that, we will perhaps begin to see things happening in this 3D reality that we're living in, that some stuff is starting to physically to start to show up actually, and you're seeing it just as clearly as you would with your naked eye. You will feel it like that aha, that wow moment, like two worlds have become one. So there is a reference to our emotions being I feel like the ignition for information to come through. So our emotions are extremely important, and we will see clearly all our shadow sides will be kind of washed away. There will be nothing but openness here, okay? So whatever information you're receiving when you choose to tune in to the blue flame energy, really, in the beginning it can be difficult to perhaps rely on it, because it can be such strange information, because it's out of the normal. And I feel that here we have to get used to that, get used to information that is coming through to us as downloads, that sometimes or always actually you have just got to, you know, roll with it, and not being afraid of just following it. Because it's always strange when we begin to move beyond and we start to do something that is definitely different from maybe anyone we know in our social environment. So just know that everything is good, that you're sound and safe, even though you are receiving information that you feel is a little bit off or are really weird. Because we will learn how to feel normal with this energy, okay? But in the beginning, of course, everything new can seem a little bit off, a little bit odd. And we have a card coming in here as a direct message. Whatever the number may mean to you on the card, number 5, go with that, definitely, because that's a personal message just for you. But 5 is in general about transformation. And this card is saying, we are helping to bring a little luck your way. You deserve it. So this is about the bear, and to me the bear is about our dreams and hibernating and getting into contact with other realms while we are having this long sleep, or the long sleep of the bear, definitely. But I think sometimes we will benefit from hibernating when we are getting into contact with the blue flame. You'll feel as if you just want to fall asleep, or definitely sit in a chair and just be for yourself, because sometimes the energy can be very strong, but it's always of a it has a transformative content, okay? So there's always something that you are receiving, you know, information, downloads of information that is of transformational character. Okay, that's how I feel it's coming in. So you may need to hibernate also after having received messages here, that you want to hibernate a little bit. You want to either sleep or just be out in nature, just relax for a long time to really figure out what messages it really was that you received and what the impact of that is. Okay, so don't worry if you feel like sometimes you're extremely tired or you feel drained. And because that's also completely normal when we begin to tune into more astral energies, or awakening to the acknowledgement of that within us. Okay, let's pull some personal cards to see how this is showing up in our physical lives, how we are being affected by all of this. Let's see if there are more cards coming out here. Any more cards for this? Okay. Yeah, Yes, the first card coming out is about our home. It's about house, accommodation. So however you feel that is resonating with you, maybe some of you are want to move, or there is some kind of movement coming in, but I feel that the blue flame energy is telling us here that our house will play an enormous role for this connection, okay? Whatever number 20 is, whatever it means for you on a personal level, definitely go with that. My eye is catching number 2, which also means that we are two parties interacting with each other, and that our house, our home, is very important for that energy. It will affect, and we can see here how the rainbow is actually dropping into our house. So maybe something in your accommodation situation will change, but your house is enormously important of how this energy is playing out. It will affect us. And the next card coming out is card number 18. And here we have the child with that wondrous look. Okay, so we are being asked now to look more adventurous on things, to have a positive outlook, and to feel safe. And also let ourselves be nurtured like a little child, okay? Really allow ourselves, again, back to the Starseed card over here, about tenderness, you know. And maybe treat our inner child, our inner creative side, with more tenderness, and listen to that more, and have that more wondrous outlook on the world, that childlike outlook, where anything is possible, because everything is actually possible. Anything can happen. So pay attention to whatever it may be about your house. That is important when you are getting into contact with the blue flame energy. I feel as if when you are getting into contact with this energy, your entire house will be surrounded by it. Okay, so it's like, again, this protection, this nurturing, like, we got you. Oh yes, we know exactly where you are. We know in the house you are living in, and we know which floor, okay? We know exactly where you are, where to find you, because you are the light, okay? So you are also leading others here on earth to more enlightenment. So we will find you, okay? And we will nurture you, and we will be there with you. We got our eyes set on you. And please open up. You can also see how this child is looking up. Look up and find what you can discover when you are looking up into the sky. Again, back to that this is about the paranormal activity, okay? That the energy can show up anywhere, okay? Because anything is possible. So what you see, you trust, okay? You can trust what it is that you feel you are experiencing. So let's have a little last advice to finish this reading off and see what the blue flame energy wants us to know at this moment. Yes. And a reference again back to nature and the Venus card, Taurus energies. This is roses and fruits. And this card is talking about sense of blossom. It's talking about our natural skills. It's talking about being sensitive, fragile, and juicy. So again, really we are opening up to some natural skills here. It's a natural thing for us to actually communicate with other star constellations, okay? It's a natural thing. It's just that we have forgotten about it, but now we are reopening those DNA strings within us, okay? So just remember that this is a natural thing. It's juicy, it's rich, and it's also something that we should take care of. It can be fragile, but it doesn't mean that it's weak, right? And this is also about to do with our sensitivity, okay? So remember that as well, to stay juicy, okay? To really let this energy flow through you, allow those DNA strings to open, and just go with your own sensitive nature. It has a meaning, okay? You have been created here on earth with everything you have for a reason, okay? So I will be back soon with more blue flame energy messages, and where we will get into direct contact about the situation going on the earth right now and how to bring our energies out there. But now with the first 2 videos, we are definitely in contact. We know how to take in this energy. We know how to interact with it. So you are being activated at this time. I hope that you will enjoy it. Please take very good care of yourselves out there. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.